Halloween is a popular holiday celebrated every year on the 31st of October. Children usually dress up in different costumes of witches, ghosts, heroes, etc., and move around in their neighborhood, collecting candies, doing trick or treat, while the adults enjoy Halloween parties. Halloween celebrations have become very common now that many Muslims, especially those living in the West, actively participate in them, mostly because of two reasons. 1. To not seem odd ones out in their society, and second, to make their children happy. However, Islam does not allow celebrating Halloween. In today's episode, we will discuss why celebrating Halloween is not allowed in Islam and 4 tips to handle kids during Halloween. If you have not followed us on Instagram and subscribed to our channel yet, don't forget to do it now and click on the bell button for more weekly videos. Before moving on, it is important to understand the history of Halloween. The origin of Halloween can be traced to an ancient pagan festival, known as Samhain, or Festival of the Dead, named after Celtic god Samhain, the Lord of Death. It dates back to over 2,000 years ago. Various sources relate that on October 31st, Samhain would dispatch spirits to attack and harass humans. The early Celts would dress up in masks and costumes, symbolizing the evil spirits in an attempt to please them. They believed that the costumes would help them blend in with the evil spirits, so as not to be singled out and become haunted for the next year. After spread of Christianity in Celtic lands, and due to various religious, political and cultural reasons, the festival slowly transformed into what we call Halloween today. With time, this day increased people's belief in wandering ghosts, vampires, black cats, demons and other symbols of the occult. The day also gradually took significance for devil worshippers, some of whom came to believe that October 31st was a day when devil's help could be invoked. Now coming back to the core question of today's discussion, why Islam considers this festival as haram. Did you know that Islam is not the only religion which rejects this holiday? It is also opposed by the Jews and Hindus. Although we do not require validation from other religions, but their rejection of this holiday also proves something fishy about it. On the surface, Halloween may seem innocent, full of fun-filled activities. But we know that Halloween is a religious celebration, based on a mixture of Christian and Celtic religious beliefs, infused with various layers of idolatry and satanic influences. Some traditions which are part of Halloween, like Jack-o'-lantern and trick or treat, also have their basis in Islamic traditions. As the saying goes, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. The first objective of Islam is belief in monotheism, or oneness of Allah. Because of the same reason, all actions and practices leading to disbelief are forbidden. Allah mentions in the Quran, "They call on none other than the rebellious Satan, Allah has cursed him." When the Prophet Muhammad, may peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, came to Medina, the city's residents celebrated 2 religious holidays, Nowruz and Mirajan, which were just about eating and drinking, and was no ritual element linked to these holidays, like the Halloween celebrations. However, the Prophet still forbade celebrating them, as the celebration were celebrations of the disbelievers. And later on, Allah gave the 2 best holidays in exchange to Muslims, that is, Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha. Still, some people may ask, is there a halal way to celebrate Halloween? A few people claim that Halloween is just an American custom, therefore, it is okay if kids have a little fun on this day. This is clearly not the case with Halloween, as it conflicts with many Islamic rulings and principles, as we have already discussed before. Messenger of Allah, may peace and blessings be upon him, said, "He who imitates any people in their actions is considered to be one of them." As for the argument that I do not believe in Halloween, my intention is good, that is, just to have fun, as Islam does not prohibit us from having fun, and one's intention is the actual determinant of whether Halloween is lawful or unlawful. This is totally baseless. Because a good intention cannot render an unlawful action as lawful. For example, we have to do 2 sujud during each rak'ah or units of salah, but if we start doing 4 sujuds instead of 2, as sujud to Allah has immense rewards, with a good intention, our salah will become invalid, as this is not what our Prophet taught us to do. Therefore, a good intention, such as the desire that our children may not feel out of place on Halloween, or they are just having fun, or getting candies, won't make it right. As Islam means submission to Allah's instructions, and not what we think might be right. So, what is the solution and how we tell our children not to celebrate Halloween? A parent's greatest task is not necessarily teaching their children what to think, rather, it's teaching them how to think. We should always try to get our children to look at the world around them with the lens of discernment or good judgment. Once they have this perspective, it will be no longer necessary to have to explain to them why we chose not to celebrate Halloween. They themselves will be able to differentiate between right and wrong, truth and falsehood, fun and heedlessness. We need to be honest with our children and explain to them the issue with the facts. And the sooner we start, the better and easier it will be. Here are 4 ways we can do it. Firstly, we need to tell children that celebrating Halloween is against Muslim teachings. We need to tell them that Halloween is a Christian festival, and we as Muslims, we have to follow the teachings of our religion only. If we follow things from other religion, we will slowly let go of our own religion. And even if we do not fully participate in the event and just collect candies, it will be equivalent to participation and helping towards making a disbeliever's event successful. And number 2 is making fun of death. The central theme behind Halloween is delaying death by making the god of death happy. There is a fixed time of death set by Allah Almighty and no one can delay it. And it is wrong to take matter of death this way and participate in a festival which has its basis on shirk. Number 3 way is making fun of cult forces. We need to tell our children that as Muslims, we believe in existence of jinns and satanic forces. However, taking these lightly and copying them through our dress and actions is wrong. Moreover, frightening people, or deliberately causing them any grief or anxiety is also not allowed in Islam. And lastly, number 4 is providing an alternate. To not let children feel missing the fun and the candies of Halloween, parents can plan food, family gathering or some fun activities around Halloween, while not linking it to Halloween in any way. This will ease the task for everyone. Moreover, children should also be educated not to feel left out or guilty and can simply tell that as Muslim, we have our own festivals to celebrate. That is the 2 Eids, and we are going to our family gathering tonight. Someone said, for every haram, prohibited act, that you stop your children from, you have to give them 2 halals, permissible acts, that they can enjoy. This particular philosophy requires a lot of hard work and creativity on part of the parents. We must all remember that this life is a test, full of challenges. It will not be easy. The successful ones at the end will be those who realize this aspect and work towards the goal, instead of bowing to the worldly things. Moreover, people living in Western societies have to face additional challenges, and urged to blend themselves in, while not feeling left out. But we must remember that there is no alternate, or hybrid version of Islam, which can be adjusted to suit our requirements. We have to accept such challenges and work towards them. And lastly, it is very important to start grooming of our children on Islamic lines from an early age, which will make the task very easy. Next, I suggest you to watch this video regarding jihad, which will help you clarify this often misunderstood topic.